Hey polish fans, welcome to another video here at Wild Moon Lacquer, and today I'm really excited to share with you a video that I put together about my polish firsts. So these are polishes that hold a special place in my collection for either being the first of a certain type, whether it was a certain finish or a first thermal, first matte polish, first dark polish. So there's a bunch of different firsts, also polishes that sort of introduced me to a finish that I didn't really like before. So let's dive right into my polish firsts. First, we're going to look at this one by Revlon. This is called Steel Magic, and this holds the place in my collection for being the first duochrome that I ever wore. So this is a steel purple, and the multichrome shifts to green. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get that to come across on camera, but you can sort of see there on the edge, that's what it's going to turn into. And essentially what this would look like on the nail is, in most lights, it would look like this, purple. And then when the lighting shifted, it would all of a sudden be green. So this was the first of its kind in my collection. I thought it was really fun, very different from any other polish that I'd worn, and now my collection has a whole bunch of other polishes that are this at least duochrome, if not multichrome. But this one still is fairly unique to my collection in exactly how it shifts. So a lot of multichromes you can sit there and sort of dance your fingers around and see all of the different colors come out. With this one, it was almost like it would just completely change altogether. So you'd have purple, then you'd go to the next room, the lighting would change, and it was green. So it's still fairly unique, and I really still love this polish. So again, this one is Revlon Steel Magic. Up next is one by Sinful Colors. And this one is Hot Coffee. And this is one in the Kylie collection, Trend Matters. So all of them were in a matte finish. And I wasn't really sure if I had been paying attention when I purchased these that they were matte. I think I just noticed that they were a new collection. And I thought the color was absolutely beautiful. As you can see in the bottle, it is this deep burgundy color that sort of has this purple glow to it. Gorgeous, gorgeous, vampy color. And then when it dries to this satin finish. Very matte finish. And I gotta admit, when I first put this on, I wasn't that excited about it. But I wore it and I was taking pictures of some makeup to put onto an app that I had, and I loved the pictures that came out when my nail was in the picture. So this one sort of opened my eyes to the fact that I actually really did like that finish. And this is one of the few bottles that I actually do have a backup of, because it is such a beautiful polish. And as you can see here, when you do gloss it up, you can sort of see those purple flecks come out. So very, very beautiful. And it is such a rich color. And again, that one was Hot Coffee by Sinful Colors. Up next is one by Borghese. And this one is called Ecstasi Indigo. And this one was one of my first darker polishes. And it is this deep indigo purple. And prior to this, I didn't really dabble too much in the dark polishes. I liked it on other people, but I just wasn't sure if it would work on me. But I loved this deep, deep color. And I absolutely fell in love with it when I put it on. So ever since then, I have welcomed a number of very deep, dark polishes into my collection, and I have a number of black polishes in my collection as well, thanks to this polish. So again, this one is by Borghese, and it is Ecstatic Indigo. Up next is another Revlon. This one is called Artsy, and this one holds a place in my firsts because it is one that made me realize that I actually love glitter bombs. I did not really discover indie polish in time for all of those really fun glitter bombs that were first being released 10 or so years ago. So I didn't really get a chance to see those and admire them and wear them. So this was the first one for me in my collection that was a glitter bomb. And I had it for a while before I actually put it on. And once I did, I loved it so much. I wore this with some silver stars over it by a Black Heart Beauty polish. But just look at this. It is this deep, deep blue, and the glitter mix in it has some bar glitters. It has hex glitters in a number of different sizes. Look at the glow. And this looks so fun on the nail. Really, really beautiful. And I will say it was a pain in the neck to apply. It was very thick and all of those glitters sort of clumped together, but I worked through it. I got it on the nail. I did have to apply a number of top coats to get it all smoothed, but it was so fun to wear. So again, this one is the one that introduced me to my love of glitter, and it is Revlon Artsy. Up next is this one by Nfu-Oh, and it is number 51. This was a French brand that unfortunately doesn't make polishes anymore, but this one was the one that introduced me to my love of these shifting flakies. And this one is this very deep purple, full of these contrasting flakies, and the base sort of shifts from purple to this deep burgundy fuchsia, and those iridescent flakies shift all over the rainbow from gold to yellow to green and orange. And the bottles are so beautiful. I'm really disappointed that I only wound up getting one of these while they were still in business. And when I have looked for them recently in D-stashes and online, they are going for a pretty penny. So very happy to have this one in my collection. And as I said, it's the one that introduced me to these gorgeous flakies that I really enjoy. And again, that one was Nfu-Oh, number 51. Up next is one by Color Club. This one is called Fashion Addict, and this is one that introduced me to holographic, and it's also one that made me realize that I actually do like some pink polishes, and I do like holographic. So prior to wearing this, I hadn't really been a fan of holographics. It's not that I didn't like them on other people, I don't know, it wasn't my first pick for finishes. I was definitely more into the multichromes, the flakies, and the holographic to me just wasn't that big of a draw. And as I've mentioned in other videos, I'm not a huge pink fan, so I don't even remember how I got this. It might have been in a D-stash, and I almost got rid of it, and I decided, well, you know what, let's just try wearing it. And I was blown away. You can see there on the nail swatch that the holographic in this one is amazing. You can see a rainbow right there. You've got orange, blue, purple, green, yellow. And wearing this outside, I just couldn't stop staring at my nails. And it also made me realize that I do like certain tones of pink. So for instance, this one leaning towards sort of a light blush, almost a nude pink, was one that I really enjoyed wearing, and it opened up my eyes to picking out other polishes that released that were in similar colors and tones. So again, this one was by Color Club, Fashion Addict. And lastly, in this little grouping of polish firsts is one by Femme Fatale. This one is called Glass Coffin, and this one was my first thermal. So this is this very lovely shade of purple, which, as you probably have guessed by now if you've watched my videos, I love a purple polish. And this is full of this contrasting green shimmer. And it sort of shifts to pink as well. So it's a very lovely shade in its cold state, which is the purple. And once you warm it up, it switches to this lovely light shade of blue. So this one was the first polish that I had that did that. And what I really enjoyed about this was its sort of in-between color. It's not technically a trithermal, but what I found is when it was going in between the purple and the blue, it would sort of land on this light periwinkle color, and I just loved it. So this holds the place in my collection for being my first thermal, and one that I thoroughly enjoyed wearing, and it opened up my eyes to buying more thermals, and yeah, just love this polish. So again, that one was by Femme Fatale, Glass Coffin. So there you have it. That was some of the firsts for me in my polish collection. Hope you enjoyed. Feel free to comment down below what some of your polish firsts were, polishes that introduced you to certain types of polishes. Like and subscribe so you can see more videos as I release them, and I'll see you in that next video.